Okay, so every blue moon I find myself on a soapbox, and I have a soapbox moment. But this one isn't necessarily a moment. I believe this one will withstand the test of time because it does. This is about success, and for the past year and some, we have done a variety of webinars, speaking with, networking with, speaking to other small business owners. And it's so interesting that a lot of people share the exact same message. Like, nothing that we're sharing is groundbreaking. At least I don't believe it's groundbreaking. Maybe I'm a little modest there. Some of it feels like common sense, truly. But for some others, it may very well be like groundbreaking information. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll share it. I mean. But what's interesting in all of these conferences and places where small and medium business owners network, what have you, is that there is a discussion somewhat about success. Not truly a great deal, but there is a place where people ask, the audience will typically ask, how do you define success? How do you know if you're successful? For me, and I've shared this, it really does go back to being who you are, knowing who you are, and then being authentic. So let's just talk about being authentic, because it's, in my head, it's becoming one of those buzzwords that you've heard and are hearing on a consistent basis. And it gets to a place where there are so many authentic people. You're thinking, some of y'all are faking the phone, like real talk. Who am I to judge? Everybody does their own thing. But you're like, really? I have found that when people talk about being authentic and they look at you, want to size you up, they immediately have this sort of Susie homemaker persona, right? Like, this person is, she's like a Gandhi or like Mother Teresa or something. No, being true to yourself is being authentic. Like, know who you are. I am fully aware of what I do well. I am fully aware of where I suffer. I know what my kryptonite is. I know all those things. And this is not a place where at any one moment, I might pop off on somebody. I mean, like, it's not like that. Unless, of course, you push the buttons. That will lead me there. But that's being authentic. So people think, oh my God, this person is so... It's like, no, everybody is truly giving, but we're also very human, right? Everybody is human. They have feelings. They have ups. They have downs. They have highs. They have lows. They have emotions. So that's all about being authentic. But what really got me, though, the part about success and being authentic is that you have to know what you value. Me and my story, yeah, we've had and we have lost. And so now that we're on the having side again, the stuff that I do have is a matter of being grateful, very grateful. Like, you can be grateful and still want something more. I don't need another pair of glasses, but these do look good. They do, right? And again, it's Glitz Optical, so yes. And she can style you virtually. Little commercial there for our Black woman-owned businesses. But anyway, I don't need another pair of glasses. I don't need another pair, but I want another pair, right? I want another pair. So when people talk about being successful, some of us attribute being successful to having a fleet of vehicles and to having these fancy parties that we can attend, or having jewelry on our body and being adorned. Sometimes people look at the outward things and say, oh my God, they must be so successful. So let me tell you about that real quick, about that outward stuff, especially with this world where we live in an age of faking the funk, right? Faking it. Some of them say you fake it until you make it. No, that's not good. You should always be honest and be who you are, because somebody knows that you're wearing a mask, okay? Somebody always knows your truth, and you should just truly enjoy who you are and where you are, like, be present. But anyway, so this whole deal about seeing all these physical things, and I'm going to use society in air quotes here. Society has American society has put up this big thing that having all these things equals success. Whereas a lot of folks will tell you, personal organizers, especially financial advisors, especially will tell you that if you've got a closet full of clothes and there are still tags on those clothes, one, you've got clutter. Two, we know you're in debt. Like, it's a very good chance you're in debt. Just saying, right? I have seen in Houston people who would buy these huge homes but couldn't afford curtains. And then you can look straight through their house. You're like, wow, they don't even have furniture because they're house poor, right? So many of us are wanting to live up to some other person's idea of what is successful, and that's never going to work out. It's a really bad thing. You get in a really bad spot. And I won't lie to you, I was there when I was much, much younger, and my father said, Gwendolyn, you only need one credit card. You need cash for everything else. I know you guys probably had some loved ones say the same thing. And I was like, Pops, I get that I need one credit card, but when I have this Neiman Marcus card, like, I get special invites to Neiman Marcus stuff. Now, I was a 20-something-year-old kid. Should not have been shopping at Neiman Marcus, but I was. I was shopping at Neiman Marcus. I was living well beyond my needs. Not smart at all. Not smart, let me tell you, not smart. And a lot of that stuff, yeah, those Prada bags and things, yeah, try to sell it on like eBay, because we're talking like early 90s. And with all the knockoffs, I couldn't even get my value back. As a matter of fact, it doesn't really hold any value. So you learn your lessons along the way, and I'm praying that a good chunk of you learn those lessons early. It ain't worth it. Like, it's just not worth it. I remember going to like auto shows and seeing like the Mercedes and the BMWs and all the fancy, and I thought, what I really wanted was a Dodge Challenger. So we're talking, and I thought, oh my God, this is so amazing, it's so pretty, it's so, and then I had to actually go out and get a car. And in that moment I said, okay, so what's the average gas mileage price? Like how much am I gonna spend a year? And what's maintenance? And all of a sudden that gas guzzler, it didn't look so good anymore. Didn't look so good, right? Like, when you get to a point where you've learned your lesson, your idea of what success is changes. So my idea of success is not having a house full of things. It's like that's not there. Everybody has their own. And keep in mind that you have ideas of success for yourself, but you also have them for your business as well. Like the first time you have your $1,000 day, the first time you have your $5,000 day, the first time you have your $10,000 year. Like, we all have our own ideas of success, and it is a journey. It is a marathon. It's a marathon. There's work that's going to have to be involved. But if you stay true to who you are, and again, that is you being authentic to who you are and what you value, and not let what you see out here get you off track, you're going to do just that. Now, I have owned my beautiful Camry. That sucker was 2007. I got her in 2009, which is 24,000 miles on it. I used her to the very last bit. When I would buy tires, I got all 60,000 of my miles. Trust. Guys like, ma'am, you need new tires. I know I need new tires, but I know I can get another week on these tires before I buy some new ones. I know that. So, yes, I felt like I did great to be able to have lost, rebuilt. And am I driving my Camry now? No. I have decided to treat myself. I am driving a BMW right now. I've treated myself, and even that came with a lot of thought and decision. I know what the maintenance is. I know what the gas is. I know what the tires are. But I don't see that as, oh my God, I must be living the high life. It's like, no. I mean, I like the speed, and that sucker gets up and goes. Like, Lord knows that I'm happy. I'm happy with it. But that's not my definition of success, right? I am happy that I have been able to grow my small business. I am happy that people reach out to me to mentor them. I'm thinking, somebody actually trusts me and my advice? Okay, G, I see you. I do know some things. I just, I I am happy that I have the chance and a platform to share with other people and cheer other people on. Genuinely, I am genuinely a small business cheerleader. Like, that's not fake and punk. That's just who G is. If I can help you, by all means, I want to help you. And this is not so much as you do for me, I do for you. It's not that at all. Like, if I can really help you, then by all means, I'm going to help you. Like, that's just what that is. It's how I was raised. We can do so much more together versus apart. And there's enough pie for all of us. There's enough pie for all of us. But you have to know who you are, and you have to define what your ideas of success are. I would love to have my own studio. That's like one of my next big marks for me. So we've got some work to do, right? I gotta make sure I have all the things have to be in order. But if I can leave this post with anything, it is to be true to yourself and write down what your small wins are. We say small because if you have a large goal, there are these other tasks and other steps that have to be taken before you reach that goal. Like, you don't go from 0 to 60. Like, you don't. And if any of you have ever done any kind of sports, you know you have to work and practice and work some more and practice to get to that final destination. So, this is that place where you can see all the shiny bright lights. You can see all these fancy cars that, no offense, people are renting. And if you don't believe me, take a good look at The Real Housewives. That whole entire genre. Is it a genre? Project? Show? I don't know what you call it. Foolishness. When it started with the Orange County, those first set of women, when I was watching, they were authentic, right? Like, they had truly built their own business, had their own money, and happened to marry somebody who had some money, so you get more money. But lately, a lot of these folks, scammers, stealing from people, renting and then can't pay the rent, borrowing money and can't pay back the loans. Now, I'm not judging. All I'm saying is you can't believe everything you see, right? And if just having material things is what's going to bring you joy, then hey, have at it. For some of us, we have other wins, right? Our art being appreciated, being printed, like all those kinds of things. So consider that. Consider it. I am now going to put my soapbox away. I think I'm going to go get myself a cocktail. That is authentic. It is only 2 o'clock, but honestly, I've been enjoying mimosas since 8:30. I'm on vacation. Like, hello? Like, what else would you do if you're on vacation? I mean, you should get some water. I mean, it's getting a little warm out, but that's what Nula does. Hey, if I'm not working, it is 5 o'clock all the time in my house.